can I talk about? Got some decor behind me instead of some trees. Me and my wife are rewatching, well, she's watching for the first time. I'm rewatching Dragon Ball Z all the way through. We're in the Buu saga. We just got to the point where Goku's showing off Super Saiyan 3 for the first time. I think that's about where we stopped. And then she watched it backwards. So she watched like half a Dragon Ball. Same with me. I've only ever seen like half a Dragon Ball. But she watched like half a Dragon Ball originally. And then we went through and we watched all of Dragon Ball Super. And then now she's watching Dragon Ball Z for the first time all the way through. She knows pretty much the whole story though, because we play like a lot of the we played some of the games, and then like we were pretty into like Dragon Ball Z cards and stuff, and then she'd always ask questions like, all right, so who's this guy? And then I explain it, but not Dragon Ball Super cards. I don't like those. I don't like those at all. I like Dragon Ball Z Panini, Dragon Ball Z Score, Dragon Ball Z Fan Z TCG. Yeah, that's where it's at. It's a fun ass game. I miss it. I wish I could still be buying booster packs of that, but now you can buy like the Fan Z cards that like the fans made and some of the producers or whatever. It's a bummer you can't like buy booster packs of it anymore. I quit that in like 2018, I think. Lasted like 4 years. So sad. So sad. But it saved me a lot of money because I was buying a lot. When I was a kid, I used to love them. I remember buying a box of, it was like Trunks, or Cell Saga, or Cell Games, Cell Saga. I think it was just Cell Saga, Dragon Ball Z, TCG, like the Score Dragon Ball Z card. So like hella long time ago when I was like 12 or some shit. But I bought a box of those and it was missing one pack. And I remember on the side of the box, it said something along the lines of like each booster box or whatever the hell it's called. I've never been here. Each like booster box or whatever is like guaranteed like one like super rare or ultra rare or whatever the hell they called it. And I think it was supposed to be like of Trunks, like Super Saiyan, or like the level 4 main personality of Trunks, or maybe level 5 for Score. It's hard to remember. Like I remember looking at the box and then telling the story so many times, so who knows over the years like how much shit is actually accurate. But I'm pretty sure that's how it was set up. But I bought this fucking box, and the guy, when I bought it, he's like, all right, so you want this box and whatever? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, so is it okay? Like one pack's missing out of it, like in this only box we have. And I was like, well, I don't care, you know, I was 12 years old, I just wanted it. But I was set on getting that fucking Trunks card, because Trunks and Gohan were always my favorite, but a lot of my shit, a lot of the stuff that I made back then, like my email address and stuff, it has Trunks in it, and I still use that shit too. But Trunks and Gohan, they're both my favorite. I saw Trunks on there, I fucking wanted it. So I buy this thing, open up all the packs, and guess who didn't get the Trunks? It was the one pack that was missing. I want to kind of look up and make sure my story is even accurate, because like that's how I remember it going down. I'm curious like what the actual box says on the outside of it, because I very vividly remember it saying like, I've already been in here, I can't talk and play this game. I very vividly remember it saying like one guaranteed in the box kind of thing, and I did not get it. And then like getting older and telling that story, like I start to think like, I wonder if that guy like weighed the packs, because I know you can like weigh packs and shit. I don't know if that's a thing for the Score Dragon Ball Z cards as much as it is like older Pokemon cards and stuff. But I wonder if he like weighed it and felt weight. Like I don't know if like maybe that card was heavier or some shit, and then it just happened to be the one pack missing, or probably not. It was probably just fucking bad luck. But anyway, really sad. But I still have all those cards. They're all sitting in my closet right now.
You're losing ground.
They're in terrible shape because I was fucking retarded with them. I wanted to keep them in good condition and didn't want them to get all scratched up, so I kept them all stacked together and put rubber bands around them. Yeah. Now they're all fucked. They're all fucked. And then another thing I did along those lines. Oh shit. Sorry for anybody watching me play this. I'm fucking talking about trading cards right now. Another thing that I did. What else do I have? Shoot y'all shit down. Another thing I did was with Pokemon cards. I had a bunch of Pokemon cards. Well, I guess not a bunch. When I was young, I thought it was a bunch, but I had 1,500 Pokemon cards, 1,500 exactly of like commons and uncommons and stuff. And then I had like a stack of probably, I don't know, like 60, 70, 80, somewhere in that ballpark of like all my rares and stuff. So I had all these fucking Pokemon cards. So I took them to a place called JJ's Hobby Shop and I sold all these fucking cards 1,500 cards. I kept all of the rares and everything in a rubber band. Kept all these rares, and I sold them all for a penny a piece. All these commons and uncommons, and these were like, these are old. This was prior to me even getting into the Dragon Ball Z cards. So this was like, shit, I was probably somewhere around like 11 years old, something like that, collecting cards. So a stack of cards from fucking, I probably had them for a few years. I got them. I started collecting them when I was, whatever, I don't care. So I started collecting them when I was like 7, maybe 6 years old, 7 years old. So in 1999, that shit's worth a lot of money now, man. I had all these fucking cards. I know I didn't have a Charizard. I did get a Team Rocket Charizard, which was like probably 2000, 2001 or some shit. But still worth a decent chunk of change. Yeah, I sold all those cards, all the commons and uncommons for a penny a piece. Got $15 for 1,500 cards, and then all the rares and everything were in the rubber band. And then years later, some fucking douchebag kid spent the night at my house. Not sure which one. I had so many people at my house all the time growing up, but somebody yoinked them. They yoinked all my Pokemon cards and all my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I used to have a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards too, which I'm not as bummed about the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I mean, it sucks. Like, I'm sure something in that would have been worth money because I got those way back then too. But I wasn't really attached to them. I was really upset about the Pokemon cards because those things could have been worth money. But then again, they were in a rubber band, just like all my Dragon Ball Z cards. Like some of those cards are actually worth quite a bit of money if they're in a decent condition. But like some of them are in decent condition, but a lot of them, like the tops and the bottom stacks, the cards are all fucked, and then there's like a little bit of a line through each of them, so they're not great. But I mean, not all of them were in rubber bands. There's like a stack of them that weren't, but I don't think they were any good. I think they were just like the shit I didn't use, and then all my good shit that I had in decks and stuff were all rubber banded. I used to have a bunch of Digimon cards too. I think those got yoinked. Those things are cool, man. The old school Digimon cards, they looked super cool. I never knew how to play Digimon back then. I know now. I do have some now. So after they discontinued the Dragon Ball Z Panini card game, tried a bunch of different stuff to fill my void, because that was the only thing I played. Like I've tried to play Magic cards every now and then, but I could never really get into it. Like I'd get into it for a little bit, but I was like, nah, like I'm not attached to anything in Magic as opposed to like Dragon Ball Z. I tried playing like the Pokemon card game, and like it's all right, but it's not that fun. It's not that fun. Not compared to, dude, nothing compares to the Dragon Ball Z Panini card game. Nothing compares. It's so fucking fun. Highly recommend. 20 out of 10. And it's not even just because which side is this? It's not even because I'm a big fan. It's such a good card game. But like, even if it was different skin, different themed, like some other shit, like I'd still play the fuck out of it. It's so fun. I wouldn't be as excited about it, but I'd still play it. It's such a fun game. It's set up so well. But that's how I feel about that.